Hey, it's Enrico Pallazzo!
Utah, give me 2.
Pallazzo!
Utah, give me 2.
Hey! What's up, everybody? Michael Govier here, the Pallazzo Podcast, 2 L's, 2 Z's. My pals, as always, Britton Allan and Mike Virginia. It is draft prep session number 3. 2026 fantasy baseball season is gearing up. We've got about 5 weeks until opening day from this moment of the recording. As Mike turns some light on him. Oh, there he goes. You were done. Oh, look at that. Wow. Beautiful. That's a beautiful, sexy white man right there.
It looks like you're about to tell a ghost story.
It's really bright.
Yeah.
We're ready.
It was a dark and stormy night.
and one of the kids had diarrhea. Oh, well, Britton, I can't believe you're back. I mean, last night you did over 4 hours of draft coverage, and it's been a big hit. We got a lot of views on that already. Well done, Britton. You are the king of the Pallazzo world right now. People are loving it.
Appreciate you. Thank you for setting up, Michael Govier. Shout out Kevin Hastings, who co-hosted. He didn't have to, but he agreed to do it for literally like 4.5 hours. It was a lot of fun. It was a $50 auction draft. It was fast. It was furious. I'm exhausted, but that's all good. I mean, it was like past my bedtime, guys. It was like I went to bed at like 1 a.m. That live streaming is a young man's game. Way past.
Very, very much so. But you're a young guy, Britton.
Yeah, young at heart.
Beautiful, young. Any lessons that are sticking with you? Any regrets already from last night?
Oh yeah. I made lots of mistakes, and which have been pointed out in some areas. But yeah, it's one of those deals where like you're live streaming, so you're talking for 4 hours, and you're also trying to pay attention to the auction, pay attention.
Genius! You're a genius, though.
Those are excuses. Yeah, I made some mistakes, and I overbid on some players. I underbid on some other players. I ended up with way too much money. I didn't spend enough, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. That's what matters.
That's right. That's what fantasy baseball is all about, buddy.
Yeah, thank you, Kevin, too. He was a great sport the whole time.
Great.
Kev's the best. Kev, this is the second year in a row you guys have done this, so thanks to Kevin for making the effort. Check out On the Wire. Great podcast. We love those guys. And Bubba and the Bloom. This was a Bubba Bloom league, right?
It was a listener league for Bubba and the Bloom, our friends over on their podcast with Bench with Bubba, KC Bubba, Ryan Bloomfield, great guys. Independent podcasts like us. So we all support each other.
Oh, sucky now. Mike, what's going on with you, buddy? Where you at?
Man, guys, I'm getting ready for a draft this weekend. It's Mike Virginia Invitational number 2. Utah, give me 2.
Utah, give me 2.
So I'm getting into draft prep mode, guys. I'm hyped. I'm ready for baseball. It sucks that all these injuries have been happening. If you guys haven't heard by now, everybody and their mother broke their hamate bone. So yeah,
hamate bone.
We'll talk about, maybe if we have some time, we'll talk about that a little bit later in terms of just fantasy impacts. But yeah, I think it's one of those things too where I'm looking at I think I've started draft prep way earlier this year than I ever have in terms of just preparing about who I want, who I don't want, those kinds of things too. So I am like motivated. I am like honed in. I'm ready to go. And I'm prepping for my home league, which is ultra competitive, great group of guys. And my dynasty league, which I came in second last year, another great group of guys. So just getting ready, guys. It's just one of those things too, where you got to put in the work, you got to grind, and you got to take home the chip,
And you got to know who is on your must draft
list.
You got it ready to go? I mean, sounds like you're already making an insane fantasy tag, Mike. Insane fantasy tags. This could be your best year ever, bar none.
Oh, man. I love the energy.
Mike V, you're under 25 years old. Do you recognize where that drop comes from? Do you know the name of the rap group from that drop?
I do. Hang on. It is Insane in the Membrane. That is from damn it.
Very famous.
I know.
Maybe a 3-hit wonder. At least a 2-hit wonder. And
you ever smoke weed?
They're Hispanic too. I can't remember the name of the group, but
a lot of reefer.
It is.
A lot of
A
reefer.
lot of reefer. It's Cypress Hill.
Cypress Hill. Yes. Yes.
Cypress Hill.
I knew that.
1994 coming at you, Mike V. Were you alive back then?
I was born in '87, so yes. I was alive.
You are hilarious.
Yeah.
This guy's not that young. He's not getting that far away from us. No way. You're gonna be in the older category, Mike, with us. You're sticking with it.
I'm stay young forever.
Oh, of course. It's nothing but a number. Sad but true. Right. No, it is true. Let's fire up the business time here. Get ruling real quick so we can get into our insane fantasy takes. Apparently, there's only like 9 people watching. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe there really is a Twitter crisis. Doesn't make any sense. I haven't had a single live chat, which is unheard of 5 minutes into a show. So,
well, this is a brand new day.
Everybody's eating dinner.
Wednesday's the new day. So,
speaking of business, that's a good point. Britton, tell the people.
Yeah, so we've changed it up a little bit. We used to do Friday, Sundays, but then that didn't make much sense. I mean, it only took a year for it to register. Like, wait a minute, why is it so close? We need to space it out a little bit to maximize, news and injuries and all the stuff we want to talk about. So that's what we're doing. Instead of Friday, we're going to do Wednesday, so that everybody can, get the full experience, as opposed to Friday when a lot of people, go out and live their lives, stuff like that. But we know no one's living life on Wednesday because Wednesday's no fun. So that's what we're here to provide, right, Michael Govier?
You nailed it. Right. There will be a show on Friday, though. This Friday, Mike, you're going to be on with who?
Micah, Fantasy Central. I actually don't know the guy's last name. But for those of you guys who don't know, 2 more sleeps until actual game.
I think I know his last name. He was on Pallazzo in 2021 or 2020. If we go back and look at the archives, he's on there somewhere.
There you go. So him and I are going to be talking all things fantasy baseball. So if you guys want to get your questions answered, have a wild Friday night with him and I. We'll do a little interview with him a little bit, kind of see what he's been up to. We'll also talk about a lot about fantasy baseball, who he likes, who he doesn't, sleepers, fades, all that good stuff. Really looking forward to speaking with him. And for those of you guys who follow me on X, I do my Mike VA notes. That actually stemmed from him. Govier notes. Yeah. Micah notes, exactly. Govier knows what I'm going to reference. We'll talk about it offline, but that's where my notes referenced from. In case anybody had any confusion, that's where they came from, was Micah, and really loved his content and inspired me to do my own. So I don't think I'd be in the fantasy content if it wasn't for Pallazzo and Micah. So excited to combine.
There it is. It's not about everything's been done. Everything's been done on the sun. 100%. Nothing is new, but it's about who does it best, right? So don't try to take credit for the original ideas. Just do it the best you can. And that's what people will be left with.
I do it the best.
That's right. Mike VA notes, hashtag are done excellently. Outstanding.
Are done best.
Rdonebest.com, period. Make sure you follow him at _ Mike VA. I'm at MJ Govier, Britton Allan, 2 T's, 2 L's over there.
Utah.
Pallazzo Podcast, 2 L's, 2 Z's. Robbie Baseball, Big Gentle Ben. Sam Wershing, Fave Game Show host, is his handle. And the Pallazzo Podcast Invitational. We're almost done with League 4. League 4 is about to draft, so we're making I think this is the farthest we've been ahead. We're still in February, and we're going to be filling League 5 soon. So if you want to draft in League 4 with one of my guys, Ben's a longtime Pallazzo, not Big Gentle Ben, but another Ben. He's a friend of the show, been a friend of the show for a long time. He's in the Discord a lot. I think his CLT Go Blue or Columbus or something like that. I can't remember the exact handle, but Ben's been here a while, and he's in League 4, so play against him, and then we'll sign up for League 5. I think I'll jump in League 5, as you two have already been in League 1.
Hey, do they cap you how many NFBC leagues, or do they just say fill as many as you can?
We could fill as much until the deadline. Once opening day shows up and it's bedtime for Bonzo, then we got to shut it down. But they'll let us fill 10 if we can fill 10.
All right. Yeah.
They're very cool like that. They're cool like that. Diggable Planets, friend of Cypress Hill back in the 90s. Or was it Digible? Diggable? I don't know.
I think it was Diggable.
It was Diggable. Okay, good. I'm going to stick with it. Micah Henry. That's what I thought his last name was. Yeah. Not that we're outing him. Now. He was a writer at Roto World for a while, right?
Roto World. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Micah, man, it's such a flashback. When you mentioned his name the other day, I was like, where have I been? Who am I? Man, I've seen some stuff, man. I wouldn't recommend it.
Hey, thank you, Anthony. I appreciate the kind words, man. I hope everybody liked it. It was a lot of fun. So thanks for watching.
It did. Any other business, gents? Mike?
Yeah. Really quick, I have still TBD on whether or not I'm going to open a fourth league. But for those of you guys who don't know, again, we talk about it all the time. Jersey giveaway on Bozo Fest. That's our opening day show. Make sure you guys mark your calendars. Get in where you fit in. Retweet it. Follow all the guys in Pallazzo. You enter to a free MLB jersey. So it cannot be any easier. Very much looking forward to giving somebody another jersey this year. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, that's great. Okay. Britton, anything else?
No, sir.
All right, that's your business time. Let's get into leading off 2Ls, 2Zs.
Let's do it. Our first catch of the day.
Good. Our first catch of the day.
There it is. So Hamate Bones. Anything else to add on Hamate Bones? Hamate Gate.
I do really quickly, just speed round here. What does that do for guys like Corbin Carroll and Francisco Lindor? Like, how far do these guys fall on your draft board? Britton, I'll start with you. Is it a round or two? Is it three? Or are you just staying away completely?
I'm staying away from everybody except Corbin Carroll because is it the Welsh who is out there in Arizona sees Corbin Carroll and told me the other day that Corbin Carroll is out on the practice fields. Hasn't seen him take swings, but he's had the surgery, and we got a while before he might be opening. This is what he told me.
Yeah.
Said he might be ready opening day, and then of course it is going to take some while to build up your strength. I saw some rates and barrels, tweets about this saying usually it takes about a month to get back to normal. So you're basically having most of the season of Corbin Carroll probably just fine. So you're going to get a little dip. He's going to drop into the second round, wouldn't you guys think? At least
I would.
Yeah.
Think
So
yeah.
I think that's
Probably.
a great a dip to go ahead and buy because I think he's going to be himself for most of the season. The other guys, I'm not so sure about. Lindor's kind of old. Well, old for baseball. Not old for me, but he's 33. I don't know. I think that healing process may take a little bit longer. What do y'all think?
Go.
Maybe. I don't know.
or you just kind of stay away. I
was going to say
I'm not going to draft Lindor in the third or second round, so I guess I'm just out.
Do you have a preference for these guys? Was it always going to be Carroll over Lindor because of your opinion of them, anyways?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I don't go. Are you buying the dip though? So if you're in the second round, or let's say I think Lindor was going in the second round, but if you get a discount on him in the third, and he falls to you, would you take that and just stash him in IL?
I don't know, man. I tell you, last year I took some risks on guys that had injuries. Gunnar Henderson and Mookie Betts both came into the season with injury issues, and they didn't have good years. Now, is it correlated? Was it not? Were there other variables? Is it a fluke? I would rather just deal with somebody that I can trust, do my homework like Mike V is. Mike's working really hard. I'm trying to be like Mike V. I'm still finishing my ADP blackout rankings over on the Patreon. All I got to do now is outfielders and pitchers. I've done every other position. From my own point of view, I still haven't looked at ADP. I do not know anything about ADP. Believe it or not, that is true. And I believe if I work hard enough, focus, talk to people, apply my experiential knowledge, I can find somebody who's healthy, who will have an adequate or near season that those guys will have.
Yeah, I'd rather grab like Perdomo like 2-3 rounds later than Lindor.
I'd do that if he was healthy. So
yeah.
I'd rather have seriously. You get virtually. That's a maybe a two little mice segment there.
Jizza.
Yeah. I'm a Mets fan. I'm out on Lindor.
So I'll say I'm with Britton. But I'm going to apply that to both players, right? Carroll's shouldn't fall any less than the second round, and if I get him in the second round, great. Same thing with Lindor. If I can get a full round discount on him, I'll take him. Like you said, I think Lindor's probably not going to be too far behind Carroll, honestly. And you get a guy who still hits at the top of a very good lineup with the Mets. Stash him in your IL, and I think you'll get Francisco Lindor for the majority of the season. You may have to wait a month, so I'll take that.
Well, let's get specific here. Specific time.
Names.
Let's get specific.
Unredact the names. Is that what you're talking about?
Here we go. Now we're cooking with gas.
Uh-oh.
Corbin Carroll broke the Hamate bone. By the way, if you don't know anything about the Hamate bone, check out my video. You'll know everything there is to know about the Hamate bone. You'll never forget where it is after you watch my parody song video from last Friday, which is a lot of fun. Yep, right down here. He broke the one in his right hand, right? I believe Corbin Carroll. Yes, his right hand, and he hits lefty. So two hands on a bat have different values, right? So if it's the bottom hand, he's hitting lefty. His right hand's the bottom one. I think that has some more to do with it than if it was the top hand. It's not a huge difference, but it is slight. And I think we need to talk about specifics like that because we just talk about injuries like, okay, they're hurt. How will this affect their hitting? I want to be more specific about what is the damage from one hand or the other when it comes to hitting. And I'm going to look more into that too. I want to understand that better because I think that matters.
Well, just look at Yordan Alvarez. The man was out for 102 games with a bone chip. The guy's softer than baby shit. So
Mike's still bitter.
I know.
So bitter.
Guess who drafted Yordan Alvarez last year, ladies and gentlemen?
Not me.
But Mike Trout had a hamate bone injury, and he wasn't the same for months.
That's true. Very good
How about
point.
that?
Yeah.
Anthony says, why are these guys breaking all their hands in the offseason? Too much OnlyFans. Hey!
Yeah, there you go.
If anything, it would be stronger.
Wow, dude. Great job.
All right. What else is there in today's news of note?
I got one piece of news that I need to bring up because it involves Mike V's Orioles. Jackson Holiday had the hamate injury like we were just talking about. I read a report today. One of my preseason third base targets was Jordan Westberg batting second for the O's. Well, the news came out recently that he may have a slow start because of an oblique injury. Well, today, one of the beat reporters for Baltimore said that he's going to face significant time away. That sounds like core surgery or something like that. Now we're talking about months. So that's really scary. But I want to put that on everybody's radar. If you're doing drafts in the very near future, keep your eye on Jordan Westberg because he is one of the top third basemen that gets drafted ADP wise. So just make sure before you press that button that you check it out because obliques as like it took Aaron Judge, it took him out of half a season with his oblique injury. So you just with a hitter, you never know. Plus Jordan Westberg kind of has an injury history. Mike V, have you heard any of that?
Yeah, I have. I saw the same report you did, and I was like, shit. But I was watching our show the other day, guys, the last one we did about Jackson Holiday and why did we get Blaze Alexander? That makes more sense now. It's probably because they knew Jackson Holiday had that hamate injury. So Blaze will probably fit in at second. I actually like Blaze Alexander later in drafts. Blaze Alexander, Wally, Pip, Holiday.
You guys got jokes today in the live chat.
Blaze. The other big news is Pablo Lopez, significant tear in his elbow. So Pablo Lopez, see ya. Do not draft.
So glad I know that because I fall for him a lot. And just be injured now so I don't draft him.
Exactly. So he should not be on anybody's team moving forward with drafts. He's not going to play this year. He's got a significant elbow injury and he's getting a second opinion, which also is never good. So
it's over. No,
he's out.
Do not draft.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
Hey, one thing real quick talking about Westberg. Jeremiah Jackson. I've looked into this guy. He's intriguing. He played 13 games at third base last year for the Orioles. Yes. I wouldn't count him out of a full-time job. He hits the ball hard. Some of his metrics are ice blue. I mean, he's like a buck 60, 6'2", but he hits the ball hard. His exit velo is good. And if you look in his minor league record, he had a 23 home run, 27 stolen base season.
Wow, dude.
Like a year or two ago. Like, what if Jeremiah Jackson is an everyday third baseman? I think that his ADP is over 500. So keep your eye on the news here because this could be a super sneaky 2020 guy. He's got speed. He might be super interesting. Have y'all heard about this guy, Govier? Have you heard about Jeremiah Jackson?
Oh, there he is. And a cup of
Antioch,
coffee.
Tennessee. Shout out Jeremiah. Antioch's in West Tennessee.
I think they'll give Kobe Mayo the first crack at third base, but I would not be surprised to see Jeremiah Jackson play all over the place. I think if there's not a time for Kobe Mayo to play, this is it right here. Like there has to be a situation where he gets on the field and plays more, and this is a good opportunity for him. We'll see.
Mayo's a bust.
Yeah, I don't hate that take. I don't, but I think they're going to give him a shot to play every day and see what that looks like and give him more consistent at bats. Or maybe they do the other route and say, hey, we're going to not put so much pressure on you. So now
I would love to see Kobe Mayo do something.
Yeah, here's the next question I have for you guys. And sorry, we're getting into a little bit here, but everyone always says third base, it's so shitty. You know, you really got to get your third baseman. Now with Westberg out of the equation, does that elevate third baseman even more? Does that push up guys like Jose Ramirez or Junior Candelario? Not Junior Candelario. Junior Caminero. Yeah. Junior Caminero up draft boards now or Austin Riley for that matter. Are you trying to target one of those top third basemen now without Westberg in the mix?
Yeah, I am. What about you, Govier?
Junior, I just want to say Junior, like Sean Connery in Indiana Jones 3.
Junior.
Last Crusade. Junior. By the way, Sean Connery did an interview where he said it's okay to hit a woman. So Sean Connery, I don't know what happened to him. That was a mistake on his part. But he was good in that movie. So how do you separate the person from the art? I don't know. We don't have time to talk about that. But I am a fan of Junior Caminero's power, just like Britton was last year, and he reaped the rewards from it. Bumping him up, I think this third baseman I can dig. I'm going to dig. And I did my rankings. You know, if I look at my rankings, actually, Mike, at third base, I must find something that is pleasing enough for me not to panic to take like a Jose Ramirez. Not that it's panicking to take Jose Ramirez early on, but third base, if we got to start looking at which positions are a little weaker this year, you know, which ones don't have the depth and which ones require making that type of effort. It's a really good point to think about.
Yeah,
we talked about it.
I'm sorry. No, yeah, we talked about it last time. Third base is one that I think you have to target because it falls precipitously. That's a word, I'm pretty sure. Probably used in the right context, not 100% sure. But if you do miss out on those guys, like I'm not reaching for like Austin Riley, who's had 2 bad seasons. Now Jordan Westberg's gone. Like Marte for Cincinnati. I mean, I don't know. I guess Jazz. If you miss out on Jazz, Machado.
Bregman?
Do you want Bregman?
I'm out on Bregman.
Yeah. Okay. Why draft Bregman in like the 8th round when you could just draft Max Muncy like literally 15 rounds? I mean, it's the same guy pretty much. But
what if this guy grows? Miguel Vargas showed some promise last year. What if he gets better this year with a better lineup? I don't know. Connor Norby, Brady House. I see some names. Nolan Gorman. Oh boy.
Addison Barger.
Yeah.
Very good. I mean,
Royce Lewis.
Barger.
Those could work out. Yeah.
Same.
I was impressed by Barger. I think he's an awesome hitter. He broke out last year. We talked about him a lot. Britton talked about him a lot. But in the World Series and watching him in the playoffs too, I was like, damn, this guy was clutch. And the only concern is that the Blue Jays are stacking depth with a lot of guys that they're worried about injuries happening. So we'll see where Barger fits in. That's my only concern with Barger's playing.
Well, they platoon him too. He's terrible against lefties. So that
yeah, that's true too. Yeah. Well, check this out, guys. Here's some spring training crap I keep hearing about. Along with Kurtz, who hit 120 miles an hour today, Junior, 13th overall, is cranking dongs. That's early. Wow. Is that too early for Junior? Is he a first rounder essentially?
I don't think so. I think so. He hit 40 home runs last year. I don't see any reason why he's not going to do it again.
Somebody brought up a good point, and whoever it is, I wish I could give you your flowers. Brought up a good point with this, but I don't remember who it was. It was another content creator. Because now they're moving back indoors. He was like, this feels very reminiscent of Vladdy when he was playing in Buffalo, and then the next year he kind of fell off. So they're thinking the same thing could happen to Junior Caminero, or not.
Dunedin,
Dunedin, yeah.
And Buffalo, New York. It was 2. Right. It was 2 AA parks or AAA parks.
He was basically saying, like, don't be surprised if he doesn't hit 40 again. Maybe he hits closer to 29 or 30 or something along those lines. So, which I thought was an interesting point. I don't know. I think he has raw enough power.
Wow, dude!
30 plus times. But we said this a couple years back. We all did when we talked about draft prep. The third base was weak or wasn't as heavy as normal years. And then we were talking like halfway, 3/4 through the season, we had a plethora of great third basemen. So we're like, wow, third base actually was pretty decent, right? So even if you don't get one of the top guys, don't stress out. You just got to work the wire a little bit.
Brett, you like what you see? Joe G says Churio break out in 26, 30-30.
Cheerio. Yum, 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 yum.
I'm all over
Apples.
that. Joe.
I remember when they came out, Britton. This is how old you and I are. You remember when they came out with apple cinnamon Cheerios? That was a new flavor. I remember. I was like, whoa! Because they only had honey nut and the regular back in the day.
Now they got 13 different. They've got like mocha cherry nut. You know, they've got everything.
I'm sure they do. I don't know. I probably lost count. You're probably right about that.
Yep.
Anthony loves. He's got Judge Witt and J-Ram on his AL only team. The pool price is going to go way higher than they should because the talent is not there. Well, you got to watch out for that, no doubt. Anything else here on the notes and random tidbits around the league here as we are 2 days away from our first games in spring training, or like even exhibition ones versus like Florida International or some shit?
That's funny. Every year I get so excited about spring training, and then you actually watch the game and, you know, past the second round, it's people you've never heard of and you're never going to see again. And you're like,
yeah, you start hyping up Matt
and then
McClain,
you're like,
he had a home run. Like, oh boy.
I love spring training.
And then Mike McClain has the game of his life and roll back in on.
Yeah, then you make a video about it and then you're all in, and then it's September and you're like, what the fuck did I do? Why? How did this happen?
Really quick too, the Connor Griffin hype.
Here we go.
Has been getting
The
real,
who?
but Connor Griffin for the prospect for the Pirates. There was a report, or the coach came out and said that it might be difficult for him to crack the opening day lineup. So just as an FYI, that
he's 19. He's not cracking shit. Excuse me.
No way he cracks the lineup. Lock me in forever right now.
His draft price has been soaring a big time.
And really?
Yeah, so I think now you got to pull the reins back a little bit. We all saw last year what they did with Bubba Chandler. Maybe they baby the pitchers more than they do the young guys. But again, he's 19. He is the number one prospect in all of baseball. There are a lot of people saying he's a generational talent.
Might argue with that. Kevin McGonigal. Some people say he's wrong.
I actually don't hate that. But a lot of people are saying he's just a bigger version of Bobby Witt and a generational talent. So do I think he'll be up and crack the lineup? No, especially after this news. But could I see him up in May or June? Sure.
Oh, yeah.
I still think he's worth drafting for sure. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he comes up this year. That's why I put him like in shortstop rankings on my ADP blackout. I put him in the 5th tier, I believe. Just because I'm like, it's not because of his talent. It's just about opportunity and how much time he gets. Everybody waited for Bubba Chandler all year last year. Didn't shit happen.
Y'all are like some optimists. There's no way Pittsburgh, I don't care what they say, they're going to play all that. Oh, yeah, if he does this, does that. There's no way. Pittsburgh manipulates time, playing time to keep down their young prospects more than any other organization in Major League Baseball, except maybe Tampa Bay. So
no.
They're not bringing him up. Maybe in September when rosters expand or whenever. But just no way. He's way too valuable to burn and start burning time in June. That's my opinion.
I'll take a bet on that on our bet board. I think he's way up before that. Because here's why. They've added a lot of pieces between Lowe, Ozuna. The Pirates could be going for it here. So and if all of their guys. Seriously, hear me out. And I think Frank, our buddy Frank Amarante, said the same thing, that they were going to make the playoffs this year. I don't think it's going to be that. I think they could be a lot better than last year. Wow. But if Bubba Chandler hits, Paul Skeens hits, and he already hit, and then Braxton Ashcraft, they got a decent team. So Connor Griffin could be in the middle of that. I don't think he's going to come out and set the world on fire, but
counter argument just briefly. Yes, they have. Yeah. You know who their 5th starter is? I won't make you wait in suspense. Jose Urquidy, who they signed for $1.5 million to be their full-time 5th starter. Now, look, to you and I, $1.5 million is a lot of money, but yes. to a full-time starter, that's embarrassing. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure they're all in.
Wow. Well, a couple things here. Kevin McGonigal, will play more games than Connor Griffin this year. Lock that in. Okay. Anybody disagree with that?
No, I think McGonigal is up pretty.
I know
quick.
you don't.
You have to remember Connor Griffin too. He's only played like 20 games in Double-A. Like I mean,
it's true.
I don't know. I don't know.
What was Nick Kurtz? Did he play how many games in Triple-A? Didn't he come up as a rookie last year?
Yeah. Yes.
Generally asking that, I don't know.
He absolutely did. He only played in like the first couple of weeks, then he got the call. I think he was up in May at the latest, right?
Yeah. I agree with
Played
the one
117
thing that-
major league games last year. Kurtz did.
Yeah, the one thing
I hope
that I'll
I'm
agree
wrong.
with. Yeah, the one thing I'll agree with you on is that you're right. The Pirates are terrible in terms of promoting their guys and keeping them down and having them under control. So, who knows when the Super 2 status is? I just think that the Pirates have been more aggressive this year in terms of adding people. Now you're right. Jose Urquidy's nothing to write home about, but they weren't doing shit for years in terms of signing people. They would have never last year didn't sign a guy like Ozuna or Brandon Lau or a Ryan O'Hearn. They've added a lot of pieces. Am I saying they're going to be the winners of that division? No, but they're going to be a lot better. And I think if they're in the mix, Connor Griffin could be up quicker than people think.
Connor's almost 20, essentially, too, just to let you know, Britton. Yes, he's technically 19, but in 2 months, he'll be 20. And Juan Soto got called up around the same time. So it does happen. If he's that type of talent, can't rule it out. But you're Pittsburgh. I don't disagree with everything everybody said here. Everyone knows what they're talking about, but you just never know. But to backtrack on some of this, too, just to go back to the live chat, you guys are starting to heat up here in our live chat. Uncle Ted says he'll blow like every other Pirates prospect bat ever.
Andrew McCutcheon was pretty good.
Yeah, that's true. He also mentions that this guy, Andrew Fisher, he wants to keep mentioning it. This is a hot rookie, and that he's going to rake in the WBC, which I wanted to mention, guys. So not only do we have spring training, we got the WBC
That's right.
World Baseball Classic.
Love that. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm
It is
looking forward
fun.
to that.
Mike Trout versus Shohei Ohtani a couple years ago. That was a good time. No doubt about it. So we'll see how that affects the season, but I am going to look back at that classic because it was only 2 years ago, right? 3 years ago, and see how some players were impacted versus others to see if there's any trends that we could try to pick up on, because
Trey Turner.
every time you take these guys out of their habits, it matters. Trey Turner, that's a good one. Yeah, you were pissed about that, right?
Yep. Had a great WBC, but terrible regular season.
Great. Yeah. And Joe says, yes, perhaps McGonagall, the Tigers need the bat. My buddy Rogelio Castillo, who's over at Tigers Minor League Report, is a good man. Shout out to Rogelio and Chris Brown and all the guys over there. Definitely check their stuff out if you want to kind of keep up on what's going on with the Tigers system. They're really plugged in. They even drive down to spring training and like do reports for a couple weeks there. So they're really involved. And he's thinking that McGonagall is going to play shortstop this year. And I trust him. So I'm going to start this bandwagon now, man. Kevin McGonagall, shortstop. He gets that eligibility, and if he can have a solid rookie year, he will be a valuable rookie of note and maybe the best one of the season. So,
and be on the lookout for our guy from the Arizona Fall League, Govier, when we were out there, had our eyeballs on Max Anderson.
Yes.
Mr. Anderson.
Mr.
He's in
Anderson.
AAA. McGonagall's in AA. Max Anderson's in AAA. I think I would put my little chips, the $5 chips, not the $25 chips, but I would put my $5 chips on Max Anderson coming up first.
Okay. I like that. Uncle T says, what's up, Uncle T? Pirates drew the league worst attendance. They need to put butts in seats. If Griffin does that, he's up. That's an interesting point. That guy is a greedy bastard. The owner. By the way, don't underestimate how the lockout will influence. I think the Pittsburgh Pirates sign more guys this year because the lockout's coming, and they want to say, look what we did. We spent money. Because it's always about, what have you done for me lately? I'm telling you, people don't think sometimes. And they're like, oh, well, look, the guy was trying last year and they almost made the playoffs. Like if they fall short of the playoffs and they made some of these signings, it'll look more favorable in negotiations. And that's what it's all about.
Playoffs? You're talking about playoffs?
Okay. I wanted to get to some chats here saying, despite the hype for Griffin, it will be the Detroit Big Three who debuts first. And all three will set rookie records at their position and route to an AL pennant. Wow! Insane fantasy takes. There we go. I like it, Chad. Chad knows this bit very well. Deuce says, welcome, Deuce. Weatherholt seems to be pretty locked into an infield spot. Everybody, what's our takes on Weatherholt? Very highly touted prospect.
He's better than Mason Wynn.
They traded Brandon Donovan. There's a spot open. I think it's between him and Thomas Sagasi. The Cardinals do like Sagasi, so I think
I love Sagasi.
It'll be a competition, but yeah, you got to figure JJ Weatherholt is going to start on opening day for the Cardinals. I definitely will bet on it.
Oh, even opening day. Okay. You agree? Wow. Mm-hmm. Okay. I like that. Trust. Dew says taking Kurtz round 2 over a lot of guys ranked ahead of him. Oh, wow. Come on, guys, year 2. You know how this goes sometimes. Things slow down. You learn a lot of lessons. I'm not thinking Kurtz is going to be as good as he was last year. I'm just not seeing it.
I got an insane fantasy take that involves that.
Right. Here we go.
Insane.
Insane fantasy takes. All right, hit me.
All right, so we love Nick Kurtz. He's awesome. His ADP is 18. He hits balls in spring training that go 120 miles to dead center of batting practice coaches. That's awesome. He had one of the best call-ups of the year. Not only of the year, but of in recent memory. He was awesome. Like interstellar galactic Inception. What's going on? What's the plot of this movie? I don't understand. That's how good it was. So shout out to Nick Kurtz. No shade on Nick Kurtz. He's going to have a good season. But you just got to figure he's going to regress a little bit because it is professional baseball. Other teams have scouts. Other teams have coaches. Pitchers aren't going to want to give up runs. They're going to look and see what happens. There's just going to be a natural regression. Now, is he going to go off the cliff? Of course not. But I think Michael Busch is going to hit more home runs than Nick Kurtz, Vladimir Guerrero, and Pete Alonso next year. Insane!
Whoa.
Insane fantasy takes.
Michael Busch, the first baseman for the Chicago Cubs, top 10 and barrel rate last year. He hit 34 home runs. He's slated to bat leadoff. He's going to play every day. Every year he gets better from the Los Angeles Dodgers. Michael Busch has for real power. I think he is going to lead first baseman in home runs. He's going to get all the playing time. He's 27. He's going to bang that ball out of Wrigley Field and then eat a donut and then hang out with Pete Crow Armstrong. That's what I'm saying. So that's my insane fantasy take. Michael Busch leads all first basemen with in home runs because Vlad doesn't hit that many home runs anymore. Pete Alonso is in a new division, new coaches, new everything. It's going to take him a little while. But Michael Busch, what do we say, Michael Govier? Busch.
Head for the mountains of Busch.
Every home run he hits, I'll drink 12 Busch Lights on the next. I'm just kidding. No, I would die. But that's my insane take. Mike V, how crazy is that take?
I don't actually.
Fantasy takes.
I actually don't hate it, dude. I mean, he hit 30 pops, but kind of like to play devil's advocate. If you think Nick Kurtz will regress, do you think Michael Busch regresses, or do you think he gets better? And I was actually going to say this too. We mentioned it on a different show. I don't know if they continue to let him hit against lefties unless he gets better with those, because he did sit sometimes. But anytime a player hits 30 home runs and he bats leadoff for you, I think I'm with you. I think they'll give him the keys to the castle there and say, hey, figure it out. We'll see. I think we might be in a small regression for him too. I definitely think he has 30 homer pop, but it's not too crazy. Like if that happened, I would be definitely shocked, but he's definitely got power. So
Michael Govier, pull up that delicious Michael Busch StatCast page. I hope you order your steak rare, because if you look at medium rare, get out of here.
Tasty. Look how tasty that is.
Michael Busch.
Is he going down or is he staying where he was? That's what it's all about, folks. He hit 21 and 24, progression to 34 and 25. Just if you're looking at straight growth coming into his third full season, essentially, as a Chicago Cub / major leaguer. I like it. I think it's fun. This is what this segment's all about, man. I dig it. I can totally dig on that. I want to get over to Mike's next, but we did have this question from earlier, and I want to go back. Apparently, we are on X because Skip's in the house. What's up, Skip?
What's up, Skip?
Skippy D.
Hey, Skippy
D. Purple Stuff, Sunny D. Keeper questions. Is Drake Baldwin worth a keeper pick, or can I likely get a better catcher in the draft? Drake Baldwin had a nice little, hey, look at me here last season. I am curious about his prospects in 2026 as well.
I don't know, and I hate to be this guy, Skip, but I need more information on this, because if this is a keeper pick, I would want to know how many other catchers are being kept for one, and then who could fall to you in that. Like, I assume a guy like Cal Raleigh is going to be kept, some of the other guys as well. So do I think he's worth a keeper pick? Sure. But it would also depend on who else you're keeping and who else everybody else is keeping as well. So more context would be helpful.
That's what we on the show. We always want more context. But Drake Baldwin, are we targeting him at all? Like anybody just out of out of the box.
I know Britton loves him. Britton loves Drake
I
Baldwin.
went nuts over Drake Baldwin, catcher for the Atlanta Braves. Top 3 catcher in fantasy this year. Insane.
Insane fantasy takes.
Okay.
Yeah,
like
sorry
Drake.
for all the yelling, but I love
Are you
Drake
kidding
Baldwin.
me? I love the yelling.
He was rookie of the year, 19 home runs in his rookie season as a catcher. Look at his hard hit metrics. It's all there. The dude just rakes. That's it.
Yeah.
And you figure he's going to be in a great a bounce back situation with Olsen having a blah year, Acuna fully healthy, Ozzie Albies having a bounce back, and Austin Riley. He's going to be in a great spot. So he's going to play every day. There's no reason to take his bat out. Sean Murphy is injured and had a setback. So bad they had to sign Jonah Heim to a major league contract just in case. So Drake Baldwin is going to get all the playing time he can get. He's young. He's talented. He's a top 5 catcher. So 100% keep that dude.
Excellent. Here's the update, Mike. Skippy D. My keepers are Strider, Acuna, Baldwin, Webb, and Riley.
A lot of Braves, dude. Yeah, he must be a Braves fan. Yeah, I mean, like I said, Skip, I think these are great keepers, and depending on how thin catcher is, I think catcher is really deep this year. Who are your other options that you could keep? I would want to know. I think catcher's deeper than it has been in a long time. So if there's a guy that you can keep over him, maybe to address pitching or something along those lines too, I don't think that's a thing that you shouldn't think about. So we'll see.
No, that's a good call. Star Platinum, our old pals here in the live chat. TJ Friedel or Mickey Moniak? Is this really a debate this year?
People are high on Moniak, and me and TJ Friedel, so I need to take myself out of this discussion.
Yeah. Besides Britton, Mike, you and I, logical. Friedel, everyone loves Friedel, but Britton has a special connection with TJ Friedel.
That's what I told the judge.
Hey, that's the story. And he's sticking to it, man.
Do it, yeah. That's right.
I'm going Friedel here. Moniak, I think, could be fun in spurts, but if you're looking season long, I trust Friedel in the long haul.
Same. And I like that Reds lineup as well. It's not to say I don't like the Rockies lineup, because I do think there's some value, but the Reds is going to be a better lineup.
It better be.
Yeah.
It better be. I'm going to be pissed. Yeah. All right.
Coors.
Mikey, you got an insane fantasy take for us here?
I do, and it's going to probably piss off a lot of people, and it probably will piss off a lot of our live chatters, so get ready. My insane fantasy take is Pete Crow Armstrong falls outside of the top 200 this year, and actually gets benched this year because he can't hit. So that second half,
Insane fantasy takes.
that second half bleeds over into this year. I don't think guys, and this is not that part is insane, because I do think maybe he'll be slightly better, but it would not surprise me if that did happen. I don't think I've been out on a player more than I have in the history of fantasy baseball than I am with Pete Crow Armstrong. I don't want anything to do with him. Yeah.
That is a bold, insane and fantasy take.
Yep. Insane fantasy takes.
Outside the top 200.
I love it. That's what the show's all about. That's what the segment's all about. PCA 3030. My insane take. Marcy is this year's PCA 3030. Jacob Marcy. All right, Uncle T. Getting you in there.
Insane fantasy takes.
I don't hate that either. Marcy. I like that. I like Jacob Marcy this year.
That was my other insane take.
Oh, he took
Jacob Marcy leads MLB and stolen bases. Insane.
I don't think that's insane. I think that's solid.
I know, but I just like to go insane.
Hey, Mile High agrees with me. Not
unsubscribe.
Sorry. Yeah. Mile High says not insane. Yeah, I think I don't think I'm the only one in this. Not in terms of the outside the top 200. I think there's a lot of people who are out on Pete Crow Armstrong as well. Maybe just in terms of his draft price, but maybe not in terms of
Ironically, I targeted him in that auction league.
Hope he didn't pay a whole lot for him.
I love PCA. I think he's going to be awesome. But Jacob Marcy, he's going to bat leadoff for the Marlins every single day. Craig Mish interviewed him, a couple days ago and said, "So, do you have any goals? 40 stolen bases, 50 stolen bases?" And he smiled and he goes, "I'm going to try my best." And if you look at his track record, when he was up, he stole 14 stolen bases in his limited time. But now he's up. He's going to be a full-time leadoff hitter. They're going to have him run because behind him they've got Stowers and Gus Ramirez, who if he gets on first, steals second, Stowers can hit a single and Marcy can score on a Stowers single from second. So I love 50 stolen bases. You look at his track record in the minor leagues, he consistently stole 40 bases. This is not, this is nothing new. So hopefully he'll just need to learn how to get on base, and then he's a talented base stealer, and he's young, and the Marlins are going to let him get out there and do his thing. So Jacob Marcy for the Miami Marlins leads the league in stolen bases.
Insane fantasy take.
Yo,
where's the? Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, what is Britton and I've talked about a lot of players. What's a insane fantasy take of yours? Who do you got breaking out or exceeding expectations of this year?
Well, I wanted to mention last year some things we didn't see coming. Okay, Andrew Vaughn's resurgence. Nobody called that one. Nobody called except, of course, Mr. Fish himself, John Fish, right? Shout out to Fish, who called Emilio Pagan as the Reds closer. He nailed that one, but nobody else had that, and he was a huge factor as a closer. There was the Eric Lauer return. Friggin' Trevor Rogers pitched 70 innings of legitimate, awesome baseball. These things happened, and nobody really talked about them because it's hard to know. So in the spirit of all this stuff that comes out of nowhere, I'm going to go with Alexis Diaz. Saves 30 games this year. The Texas Rangers.
Insane fantasy.
Wow.
takes.
Wow.
That's cool,
Hit
baby.
Chris Rock button.
Wow, dude.
They have had I loved Robert Garcia last year, but he couldn't take the job, and I would love to see Robert Garcia take it, but I don't think it's going to happen. Chris Martin is too old. He's no good. They need someone. If Diaz can get back to the form 2 years ago, and he's healthy, then there's an open door for games to be closed here. So that's where I'm going with this thought process.
I don't hate it. Whether or not he gets to the 30, it might be a stretch, but
Right. Maybe
yeah.
I should have just done 20.
Right. But no, I think he can be a guy that they look to in the closer role. We've seen it from him in the past. Here's the thing, Go. I'm not so sure that they don't give him the reins straight out of the gate. Because like you said, I don't think Texas was blown away by any of the current guys that they have on their roster. Alexis Diaz, we've seen him be successful in that role before, maybe not last year, but in previous years. So would it surprise either of you if they said, hey, Alexis Diaz, you're our guy, and especially if he has a strong spring?
A little bit, only because ironically today, Rates and Barrels did their Texas Rangers review, and Nino Sarah said, yeah, Robert Garcia is the guy. He's got the best stuff, and it's not close in the pen, so he's going to get the most saves. So, whatever that's
and
worth.
Eno has never been wrong, ever.
Opinions differ.
Yeah. No, I mean, Robert Garcia was my guy in there. I was a huge Robert Garcia guy last year, so I'm not saying this is a big pivot for me. It's just we're going insane fantasy takes. There's an open door, like Mike described. There is an opportunity, I believe, and this question is, will Diaz? Was he a fluke? Was it a 1 year flash in the pan? I mean, even the Dodgers signed him, and he didn't really do anything for them. So I don't know.
Yeah, he could get 30 saves. He might not make the team. Yeah,
he might not. He might not be on the roster. Who knows? Good point. All right, who's next? Mikey?
I got two SP insane fantasy takes here for you guys.
All right,
two of my favorites, and you guys will be like, okay, here we go. Both Gavin Williams and Yuri Perez are 15 plus game winners, and both have over 200 strikeouts this year.
Ooh,
Insane fantasy takes.
Why you taking that player? I love it. I'm all in.
Yeah, I'm big on Yuri Perez this year, Gavin Williams, and the more I've done more homework, I was going to put this guy in here instead of Yuri, but I like Emmett Sheehan a lot this year too. So I don't think he'll hit 15 and 200, but I think Gavin Williams and Yuri Perez both could get there if they stay healthy. If Gavin keeps the walks down, and we've seen what we've seen from Yuri Perez, he's just got to stay healthy too. Britton, do you like those calls? You think that's possible?
Me and Yuri Perez, we go way back.
Yeah.
No, I'm rooting for him. He looked good last year. You could definitely see him finish with 200 strikeouts with his stuff. Obviously, he's just got to stay healthy, which, every pitcher's got that question. But and our love of Gavin Williams rings true. He figured something out late in the season last year.
Yes.
Gavin Williams finished strong. He added a pitch. I'm not going to pretend to get into all that like I know what I'm talking about, but he changed up his arsenal a little bit. Gavin Williams had a really, really strong finish to the year. The problem with Gavin Williams is walks. He led the league in walks for qualified starting pitchers. So that can set your whip on fire ablaze with gasoline. So if he gets that fixed, if he figures that out, he's still young. If he gets that fixed, I mean, he's got all the ace stuff. So,
great job.
I do love the Emmett Sheehan, the starting pitcher for Los Angeles Dodgers. I wrote down insane fantasy take. Emmett Sheehan, Cy Young winner.
Insane fantasy takes.
So I'm not gonna actually make that official. But I seriously considered it. Emmett Sheehan looked awesome last year. I'm all in. Everywhere I draft, I take a shot at Emmett Sheehan. And they're like, well, 6-man rotation. Like, I don't care. How that rotation, Blake Snell's not all right. Like how that rotation looks on opening day is going to be 100% different how that rotation looks by the All-Star break. So I believe in Emmett Sheehan. I think that's a great pick. Michael V, once again, bringing the knowledge.
That's right.
People are saying you're insane, man. Britt is insane.
We knew that already, guys. This is nothing new to us.
I haven't even gotten into the box wine yet. This is sober insane. You should see.
Actually,
you should see emotional insane.
What's up, Frank?
Yeah, thanks, Frank. That's good stuff. He's always got a little bit of insanity to him. We love that. Timmy's here, late to the party. Jordan, 150 games, 50 dongs. Can I get an amen, VA?
Hell no.
Insane fantasy takes.
In fact, here's another one that just came out of my brain. Jordan Alvarez doesn't play 100 games this year. He plays less than
Whatever, motherfucker.
You know he's going to play 150 just to spite you.
I know.
Like,
You're totally right. You are totally right.
You need to bet on the over.
I know. I should.
He owes you.
I know.
Yeah,
he should send me a paycheck for the shit season he gave me last year.
That would be a sweet paycheck.
I know.
Uncle T says, hot take, Ryan Weathers, who was traded to the Yankees in the offseason, wins more games than Luzardo, Perez, Sandy, and Lopez. All right.
Insane fantasy.
Yeah, Ryan Weathers.
That's a lot of names, but I do like Ryan Weathers a lot.
Pablo Lopez?
Yeah, who's Lopez? Nicky Lopez?
Jacob Lopez? Oh, Ronaldo Lopez? Yeah, Ronaldo Lopez is a sleeper.
If it's Ronaldo, yeah.
Yeah, it must be.
I'm not trusting Ronaldo. But I see your point there. Other insane fantasy takes here. Oh, we had a follow-up. Our guy, Skip, he's slowly leaking out more info on this keeper situation with Mr. Drake Baldwin. Those are likely the best keepers. Other options would be Rosarina, Vinny P, or Michael King. Vinny P?
I'd probably keep Baldwin if those are the other ones. It's nice to have a guy like that, top 5 catcher on your board.
I don't trust King's health.
Yeah, neither do I. And Rosarina is fine too, but you can get Luis
outfielders
Robert
dime a dozen. Yeah,
outfielders a dime a dozen. Anthony keeps wondering who's this year's Ramon Laureano. Yeah, he came back from the dead last year. That would have been a hot fantasy take last year to get that one on the record.
Yeah, that's a great
McClain, baby. That's the next Ramon Laureano, Matt McClain. He comes back from the dead, and everyone's drafting him inside the top second baseman next year, top 10.
Insane fantasy takes.
Govier, I know you're with me, dude. I know you want to be with me. I know that he broke your heart. You got to get back on board.
It's a hard thing to do. It's the hardest thing ever.
I think Govier's moved on, Mike V. I think you're barking up the wrong tree. I think he's emotionally let it go.
Little professional development here, and shout out to Dave Funnel. If you guys aren't following him, make sure you guys do that. Yeah, great guy with all the injuries and stuff. He tweeted back at me regarding Jordan, and I actually resonated really well with this. And I think you guys will agree with me. He said the hardest thing to do in fantasy baseball is to put your notions of players from the previous year and let that carry into this year. And it is extremely difficult for me. Obviously, we already talked about Jordan Alvarez and some of these other guys that burned you, but don't let that be a mistake heading into draft season this year. I'm going to try my very hardest to not do that, except for Jordan Alvarez. Fuck that guy. But I'm kidding. Everybody else,
Wow, dude.
everybody else, make sure you guys take that with a grain of salt when you're heading in. Be like, hey, you know what? He burned me this year. Am I out on him? Don't let that carry over. So keep it year by year. Keep it separated.
Well, Britton mentioned this on our sleeper episode, which is draft prep session number 2. Joey Cantillo is my sleeper this year, says Joe. So you're just reaching what Britton was saying, right?
Yep. I'm in on Joey Cantillo for the Cleveland Guardians. That K per 9 is elite. His walk rate not elite, but he can strike dudes out. So he's just got to, figure out the zone.
Chad going deep here. Insane fantasy take. Joey Cantillo will be the only member of the Guardians rotation still on their MLB roster come September.
Don't do that.
Insane fantasy takes.
A blow up.
That means Gavin Williams is done. Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, well, I think if you got to mention injuries there. He's staying on the roster, so yeah, that's controversial. Here's one. Anthony says Matt Shaw becomes a stud when Bregman goes on the 60-day IL.
Insane
You want that to happen,
takes.
Anthony. That's more like you want it to happen, not that it's going to happen, right? Here's a fun one from Star. Insane fantasy take. Both Max Muncies hit 30 home runs. The Oakland and the Dodger Muncies. All right, that's fun.
We were talking about Roman and Loreno earlier. What about Chase DeLauder? He looks to be fully healthy. Sleeper pick. But Chase DeLauder for the Cleveland.
You want to
Guardians.
make a take? You want to put it on record? You got something?
Yeah,
Chase DeLauder will.
He will.
20 home runs?
Might be okay. Actually, if I was going to do that, I'd take Mike's guy, Dylan Beavers.
100%.
Mike V talked about Dylan Beavers the other day, and the more he talks me into it, I'm kind of in on Dylan Beavers, especially with Jordan Westbrook news. If he's out for a while, they're going to be able to shift around a little bit.
Mhm.
Jordan, that may open up some time for old Beavers.
Yeah, love the Beeve.
Yeah, Adam's here. Good to see you, Adam. Palazzo Gold. Love you, big bro. Castaway Hanks. That's right. Yeah, rocking the Castaway beard. What we got? What we got?
Oh, hang on. Sorry.
Oh, here we go.
Luis Robert will match his career year in fantasy points. Let's go. It had to be said.
Insane fantasy takes.
Chris Miami. Welcome.
Love it, Chris. Love it, Chris.
Subscribe. Be here.
Lou
want more of
Bob.
those.
Yeah, Lou Bob
I
was
love it.
looking good today. That's no doubt
I
about
love
that.
it. I
Did you see
love
the-
it.
So fun fact, I tweeted at Britton when Luis Robert was walking into the clubhouse. He had this like stern look on his face. He looked motivated. And then a report came out the next day about how they're going to be careful because his lower half is not where they want it to be. And they're like, yeah, we're going to do whatever it takes to make sure this guy's healthy this year. It's not good. So I was like, damn. I was like,
Boy.
geez. So it says a lot about your confidence in him. So
What about this? F says, I will quit fantasy if Zach Cole has more homers than your dong.
Wow, dude.
There's a world where that happens.
get ready to quit, F, because you can't hit home runs if you're hurt, dude, and you're on the IL all year. So.
Oh, Adam's got one. Stanton hits 35 dingers, considered a value at his current $2 average.
He lost a lot of weight. Did you guys see that video of him?
No, I didn't. He lost
He looks
weight.
like a different player. Yeah, he looks like a lot different.
He had a sneaky good year last year. He hit 270 with 20 something home runs. I mean, he's a great late round draft. I mean, why not? Especially redraft.
Pandering.
Yeah.
Pandering. This is show pandering.
No.
That's what this is.
Show pandering.
That's exactly what that is, Anthony. I know what you're doing.
Love it. Oh, look,
You know-
this is one of Britain's guys. Jake McCarthy steals 50 bags.
Yeah, I love Jake.
Oh,
Let's go,
Brittany,
baby.
Chat above it says 35 home runs all-star season.
So he's gonna hit 35 and steal 50.
Is this a course? He's in Colorado now, right?
Yeah.
Tours.
So Britton and I
Wow.
talked about this on one of our Friday shows. It was just him and I. He brought up we were going to pick our favorite Rocky this year, who's going to be the next guy to come up. And obviously last year was Goodman. I picked Beck, and he switched it up and went with Jake McCarthy. So
I
don't
said
hate- I
Ryan
don't hate
Ritter.
him.
I want to switch to Julian now. I really think Julian's going to bounce back there. My guy Eduard Julian will hit 25 or more home runs this year. Book it.
Insane fantasy
I think you picked
takes.
Ryan
I did.
Ritter though.
I did.
So are you
But this is my
are you
new
officially
update.
switching it?
I'm officially switching to
All right.
Julian. I'm putting all my eggs in that one singular Julian, delicious eggs Julian basket. That's right.
I just don't
Chad-
want
Don't, hey,
to.
don't sleep on Troy Johnston. He may get into that.
That's
mix.
right. Troy Johnston. That's hilarious. Chris Miami says, love the show, guys. Hell yeah, Chris
Thanks,
Miami.
Chris.
You belong
Yeah,
here.
thank
You.
you.
Should be
Appreciate
here every
you, bro.
show, buddy. Be here on Friday when Micah and Mike do the thing. And then we'll be back on Sunday for draft prep round 4, right?
Mhm.
I didn't mention this. I have a road trip. I'm going to the Glarf draft this weekend
fun.
in Indianapolis. I got to
Good
drive
luck,
to
man.
Indianapolis this Friday. Hang out
What's
with-
the venue? Can you disclose?
Yeah, it's just there's a big Airbnb. Like 10 of us will be staying there. Dave McDonald and Maddie Davis and Sarah Sanchez and
Oh,
Lauren
fun.
Auerbach, Jenny Butler. Good crew, good people. And then we're just going to draft there. So, for the people who get drunk all weekend, that's really more of the fun for them, I'm sure. For me, I just hang out and say stupid things and people laugh. And I entertain the drunks quite well. So
Well, it's that's a great group, so that'll be
is. Oh, it's definitely. Yeah, me and Leanne will hopefully have a nice time. But I should be back we could do the show on Sunday. So no problem there. Get in, get out. That'll be my first draft of the season. So I can't wait to talk about it and see what I finally put. My first draft always sucks, and it's always the Glarf draft in February, so it probably will suck.
Is it a roto? What kind of league is it?
It's an NFBC, yeah. It's part of the Earth thing, so it's just 5x5 standard issue.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, Kyle Caro's MVP.
Oh yeah.
Insane fantasy takes.
That's a good one. That's good pandering right there. Any other ones? Last call, gents. Any other insane fantasy takes for this evening?
No, I just want to go on record of saying that Luis Roberts going to be a top 10 outfielder, just despite Britton. So, what's going to end up happening is Jordan Alvarez is going to play all 162 games because I shit on him, and then Britton Allan, Luis Roberts going to go like 30-30, like career year, just despite him. So, this time next year we'll be talking about it.
Luis, here's my flip side to that coin. Luis Robert Jr. is on the 60-day IL by the time
There it is.
the All-Star break rolls around.
Remember, you said he was getting cut.
That's like you said. You can't, the problem
Outta here.
they want to, but they can't cut you if you're on the IL. That's the reason why they have to keep him.
That's true.
Yes, Govier, insane take. Your plane will be on time, and you will draft Tout Wars in New York. That's right. Yeah, Anthony will not have to sit in for me.
Yeah.
It would have to sit in for me this time. Do you guys want to do a quick shine and ride the pine before we go? You got time for that?
Sure. I got time for that.
Yeah.
All right. Woohoo. That's an old bit on this show.
I forgot. How does this game work? It's been a while.
We're just going to do projections, and you're going to say over or under. Shine or... This guy's playing
Each
right
week,
now.
we'll choose a random projection system, for example, Zips. And we'll find out if the Zips statistical offering is a shine or ride the pine for that specific player. We're going to determine the fates of MLB's finest and not so finest, all right here on the latest edition of Shine or Ride the Pine.
Wow.
You have a great
So
game show host voice.
So informative.
Classic.
You should be on the next host of The Price is Right. I would watch every day if you were the
I've been watching that show. They have
Thanks, Mike.
on Hulu. They have a channel just for the Bob Barker years in the 1980s, the original reruns of those shows.
Oh.
I've watched 100 episodes. It reminds me of my childhood. It is awesome. The Bob Barker years in the
That is fun.
1980s. The Price is Right. Plinko. Remember the cliffhanger guy, the yodeling,
Oh, yeah, the yodeler.
all that stuff, man. It's awesome.
We'll use Zips today. Like that's what it said in the thing. So Zips projections. Is that Dan Zimborski or is that a combination of people? I think it might be just his off the top of my head. Anywho,
That's right.
Every
let's
time I hear
go
Zips,
with
every
Go
time I
ahead.
hear Zips, I think of the dry cleaning place. I don't know if you guys have those where you live, but Zips is a dry cleaning place, like a discounted dry cleaner. So you can just drop your clothes
no
off.
Zips.
So
I wish I
Zip
did.
on by. There you go.
yeah, exactly.
Clever.
How about Fernando Tatis? This year, Zips has him projected hitting 26 home runs, guys. Shine or ride the pine, 26 home runs, Britton.
That's right on the money. I guess I'll take the under. So is that
Wow.
the pine? Yeah.
You're riding the
Yeah.
pine on that home run total.
Yeah, I'll take the under 20. I think that's a great number. but I'll take the under.
I am going Shine. I think he hits 30 plus this year. If he stays healthy.
Yeah, I'm going to join you. I'm going to shine that too. I think he cracks 30. He's coming into his prime here. That's what I expect from him if he's healthy. Pete Crow Armstrong. We just talked about him. They've got him. Zips has him at a 2. Ride the pine immediately. 255 batting average. Shine or ride the pine? You know my answer. 255. Britton?
Shine, because I watched a YouTube clip the other day, and it was Bregman talking to Pete Crow Armstrong, basically Acuna in his prime. So you've got Alex Bregman giving mentoring PCA. PCA's got all the talent. Now he just needs a little mentoring to really maximize all his talents, and it's just going to be a glorious year in Chicago. I can't,
you're shining it,
right? Shine that baby.
What do you think?
The pine with Mike.
Go get your shine box
again. I don't know why I keep agreeing with Mike, but Alejandro Kirk had a nice little return to form last year. Alejandro Kirk, shine or ride the pine on 14 dongs. 14.
I'm taking ride the pine here. I think I think he'll have a great year. I just think the power number is gonna be hard for him to replicate. I think he's a guy that you could probably target for a solid, decent batting average from him.
Yeah.
RBI should be there. This guy's not going to score any runs because he's slower than shit. Unless somebody else is knocking him in from a home run or something like that. But I think he has a good, solid batting average and some good RBI opportunities. But I think that's a good number. But I think he hits anywhere between 10 and 11. So I'll take ride the pine.
I'll ride the pine too, but hey, let me list off Fernando Tatis Jr.'s home runs in the past 6 years. Ready?
Go.
22, 17, 25, 21, 25. Just
wow. That's crazy.
He's hitting 30.
That blows my mind. Yeah, I'm sticking with it. I agree.
Some of those he got suspended or was hurt, though, right? Was that, I think?
Well, there was one year he hit 42, but I left that one out.
I was going to say, wait a minute, wasn't there?
Wow.
Great job. Touche.
Well done. Hey, it's all about recency bias. I'm going to shine this. I think Alejandro hits 15 or more this year. Give it to me. Over to Matt Chapman. We don't talk about Matt Chapman a lot, but he's out there doing his thing. Do we think that Matt Chapman will hit more or less than 23 dongs? 23 homers for Matt Chapman in San Francisco.
I will take the shine. I think Matt Chapman is a guy that you can get deeper in drafts at third base. He's always been rock steady. Do I think he'll hit 30? No, I think he'll probably hit in the mid to high 20s. So give me the shine there on Matt Chapman.
Okay. What was the over-under on Chapman again? I apologize.
23.
Ooh, that's a great number.
It is.
Matt Chapman, 32 years old, hitting in a not great hitter's park. He is projected for 27, so I'll take the shine.
Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah, I'm going to shine it. I think this guy's just 25 home runs right down the middle, so I'll take it over. Tarek Skubal, guys, he's a legend. He's still a legend on the pitching side. This year, Tarek Skubal has a projected ERA of 2.54. Shine or ride the pine on the 2.54 ERA this season for Tarek.
What do you think, Britton?
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
So he won his arbitration case.
$32 million.
Fiery $32 million, whatever it was. He's a fiery competitor. I think he's going to go for his third Cy Young in a row. I'm gonna say, wait a minute. So do I shine and take the under, or I'm not sure how that works?
I think he's on the under.
I think it's going to be better than 2.55. I'll take that.
Oh, okay. So you think it's going to be higher then?
No,
we're talking ERA. So a lower ERA, or?
Yeah. So I think he's going to do better than a 2.55 ERA, whatever that.
Okay,
means.
So you're shining that number. You like it? Yeah, that gets weird with ERA because we're going down for better. Yeah, it is confusing to me too. Let's just do strikeouts. Garrett Crochet is projected to have an 11.2 K per 9, which is lots of Ks. Okay, so shine or ride the pine on him having 230 or more strikeouts next year. Garrett Crochet.
Whoa,
230. Shine.
I think we're just scratching the surface there on Crochet. He's had a great season there with the Red Sox his first season. But again, I think he's continued to ascend here. So it would not surprise me at all if he won Cy Young this year at all over Tarek Skubal.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was with Britton, by the way, on the Tarek Skubal thing. I think he goes under on the ERA as well. So I think he has another career year. But 230 strikeouts is definitely in the realm of possibilities for Garrett Crochet. What do you think, Britton?
Yeah, he's awesome, but that's just too many. I'll just go with the odds. A lot can happen during a baseball season, and 230 is like the top 5 percentile of what could happen. So I'll take the other 95 percentile. Sorry, and I love Garrett. No, I'm changing. Never mind. I'm changing it. Shine. He's going to 250 strikeouts.
Great job.
Never mind.
Ooh. There you go.
No balls.
We're all shining.
No balls.
By the way, one of my insane fantasy takes was Mackenzie Gore wins the AL Cy Young this year.
Insane fantasy
Oh.
One thing
That
for
is
sure, Google's reign will end. It will end.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, they can't win 3 in a row. The last guy to win 3 in a row was Randy Johnson. That did happen. Last one here of the day, and then we'll hit the road. How about Yoshi Yamamoto? Had an amazing playoff run there. Now he's expected to have a 3.31 ERA in 2026. According to Zips, are you going under or over on 3.31 ERA for Yoshi Yamamoto?
I'll go under on Yamamoto. I think he has a right around a 3 ERA, maybe slightly under that, 2.8, 2.9. So
I totally agree. I think Yamamoto will have a great season, have around a 2 ERA, and will finish second in National League Cy Young to teammate Emmett Sheehan. Go Dodgers.
Love it.
Go
Love
Dodgers.
it.
Get to the chopper.
Into the chopper.
There's a lot of people who are fading Yamamoto, and I think maybe because they're going like maybe because they're going 6-man rotation. I've just seen so many people saying they're not touching him, which I kind of don't understand why, other than the fact maybe that they're going to run with a 6-man.
He got hurt that one season, but last year was awesome.
Yeah. Are you guys in or out on Yamamoto though?
I'm all in. Love it.
He's a keeper on my home league team. I'm all in on him. I traded Garrett Cole 2 years ago to get access to him, and I'm so happy now.
Hey, really quick, since we're talking about starting pitching, I know we want to get out of here really quick. I am in a dynasty league, and I traded Jarren Duran, my boy, for Dylan Cease in a dynasty league. You guys like that move? I'm in win now mode, so let me provide that little context. I finished second last year, and I barely lost. And I'm weak on starting pitching. My hitting's pretty good, but I needed a number 2 behind Yamamoto. So
you have more outfielders? You're good in the outfield, I assume?
Yeah, we're good. And I heard that there could be some possibility that they could be moving Jarren Duran off of lefties and not letting him play as much. So there might have been a slight panic from me on that. Dylan Cease with the Blue Jays now. I'll go with another Zips here on that one, Gove. I'd be interested to know what his K totals are, but I like Dylan Cease from just a strikeout potential. So and it should get some good wins there in Toronto too. So
did you know that Dylan Cease is the only major league starter who has had 200 Ks or more in the last 5 seasons? Only Dylan Cease. That's end of.
That's durability, baby.
End of list. Yeah, he I think he's going to be great in Toronto. I think that's a great trade. Like
he likes it.
Duran's 29 years old. He's not like a prospect. So yeah, if you're in win now, go get Dylan Cease and get a bunch of wins and strikeouts.
Yeah, I was happy with the move. So
based on the context you're telling us, is win now. I mean, is it quality starts? Is it wins? Is it K9?
Wins. Yep, no K9. But we do count Ks, obviously. So yeah.
Yep. Good move.
Yeah.
It seems like they were trying to deal Duran in the last year too. Like his star is slipping a bit. So I like it. I think it's a good call in Dynasty. Cool. So that means you won because everyone agrees. Yay! Give me back my time. All right, everybody. Thanks so much. That is enough for today.
Wait, really quick before we go.
Carlos Delgado.
Excellent choice. Too bad I got him 3 rounds ago.
You're still on the clock.
Oh, shit!
You gotta do something.
Hideki Matsui. You just took my whole outfield.
Sorry, Charlie.
What is this?
Debbie.
What the fuck is this?
It's our fantasy baseball draft. We said no wives.
Your fantasy what?
It's our draft. For fantasy baseball. I told you all about this. Got Matsui.
So good.
The fantasy baseball draft.
Yeah.
Sorry, Charlie.
What the fuck is this? Your fantasy what?
Is the door just wide open? Like that?
Yeah.
You know, I guess no knock, no knock. Yeah, they just,
We said no
yeah.
wives. Yeah, that guy's
Hey,
pissed.
Pete, don't let the door hit you in the vagina on the way out.
Got
That's
Matt
going to be
Stewie.
live look at Mike Virginia and his wife, and me sneaking off to go do my fantasy baseball draft with my friends.
That's right. Who's this year's Matsui? Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody. It's been fun. Pallazzo Podcast, 2 L's, 2 Z's. As
Utah.
always, Britton Allan.
Give me
Mike
2.
VA, @_ Mike VA. Mike VA notes. Mike will be back on Friday. Mike and Micah, the return of Micah. I'm going to watch that because I have not seen him in a long time. So I look forward to seeing what he has to offer. It's been too long, and I'm glad he's going to make an appearance with us. And yeah, we'll be back on Sunday too. And until then, the Discord's open. Check out the Patreon, more rankings, blah, blah, blah. Mike, Britton, Michael. Bye-bye.
Right, lads. Now, I know there's not a faint heart among you. And I know you're as anxious as I am to get into close action. But we must bring him right up beside us before we spring this trap. That will test our nerve. And discipline will count just as much as courage. The Acheron is a tough nut to crack. More than twice our guns, more than twice our numbers. And they will sell their lives dearly. They mean to take us as a prize. And we are worth more to them undamaged. Their greed will be their downfall. England is under threat of invasion. And though we be on the far side of the world, this ship is our home. This ship is England. So it's every hand to his rope or gun, quick's the word and sharp's the action. After all, surprise is on our side.